What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again. Another episode of the Celebrity Junk. Dima, come on, music. So guys, Brittney Griner has been going through it in Russia. We know that she was detained in February for having allegedly some cannabis oil in her luggage. And I don't really know what that's for. I know cannabis is weed. I don't know if it's illegal in America or in Europe, but unfortunately, it got her detained. And she has been held on drug smuggling charges ever since. Now, obviously, that period is when Russia and Ukraine started to go at it as far as, as a war thing. And many of us, including myself, believe that Brittney Griner was completely innocent, that she was set up. And because of this situation, Brittney Griner was asking for a lot of support from Joe Biden, from the United States government. She misses her wife. And, people were talking about the fact that LeBron James, if it was him, he would be released. If it was Tom Brady, he would be released. And I also kind of felt that, well, maybe they're using her as a political pawn, until it dawned on me. Maybe Brittney Griner was smuggling drugs or drug paraphernalia. And see, it kind of makes me feel that sometimes Americans, and I hate to say this, they get over to other places and they feel like they are above the law. Because if Brittney Griner was completely innocent, why would she plead guilty to this? Because the public outcry, it's either one or two things. She pleaded guilty to this when she was innocent in order to try to get back home, or she actually is guilty and was lying to the people to get her back home. Which now I believe the latter is true, not before. Okay? And I'm gonna tell you why. You see, some people want to be able to get away with anything and then use other people to lobby them. You know how we have the Pookies and Ray Rays in the black community, gunshot, and then the hashtag free my N-word campaigns after they get caught. Yeah, because we want to be able to get away with what we want to do. But the reality here is different because Brittney Griner was getting more support. If she was innocent, she would not have pled guilty because the guilty charge can give you 10 years. There is no way that you're going to agree to do 10 years. That's one scenario. Or the second scenario is this. Brittney Griner is completely innocent, but she has no faith in Joe Biden's ability or the U.S. government's ability to get her home. She completely checked out and she's realized that they don't care about her. Now, Brittney Griner voted for the first time in 2020 to get Joe Biden into office to defeat Donald Trump, which is interesting because I believe that if Donald Trump was in office, this would be handled completely different. But it wasn't. Brittney Griner, her cries for help fell on deaf ears. And again, liberals and Democrats have found a way to show its voters in the show for blacks how they feel about you. Now, let me also kind of talk about this and bring it back home. Guys, wherever you are at in the world, you need to follow the laws. I don't care if you are a superstar. And I believe that Brittney Griner was making more money in Russia than the United States, probably bigger in Russia than the United States, and probably had a miscalculation thinking that she can go ahead and do this. And I probably believe that she does smoke weed, but she found out that she's not bigger than the law. Okay. It's a possibility, but wherever you go, you need to respect the laws of that country. And wherever you go, you need to understand one thing. You're still a black person. And although that you're an American, you're still on the lower of the totem pole. Many of us go to different countries in the world and feel like we are more important because we have a blue passport. But you always got to remember you're still black. Let me talk to you about a conversation me and my mom had. This was very recent. She said, son, I need you to get out of Poland. She says, I'm reading that Putin, his forces are threatening NATO, and the nearest NATO country is where you at. I said, well, Mom, I can just go to the U.S. Embassy and I'll be okay. She said, but you got to remember something, son. You a black man. You're still black. And I thought about all the achievements I've done over the years. I mean, I've been able to do so many things in my life. I've been able to go to so many different countries, been able to experience so many things I thought I'd never be able to do. But there's one thing that I gotta always remember. To somebody, I'm still a Negro. And unfortunately, that's the U.S. government. Unfortunately, it's that. And unfortunately, depending on what your dollar sign is behind your name, that's the issue that we're dealing with today. And these people that you are out here voting for, putting your foot forward for, they don't care about you because you have no money behind it. You see, here's the problem that the black community will face in its political endeavors. No financial obligations and no agenda leads to votes and no actions. See, the black community always feels like, I vote for you, you should do something for me. Typically that could work, but without any money, you don't contribute any money to any campaigns. You don't buy anything. You don't lobby the government with money or finances. Then you get nothing, so they do nothing for you. You feel that a vote is all that you're going to get, and everybody else don't play like that. The Jews don't play like that. The LGBT community don't play like that. The Islamic community don't play like that. Hispanics don't play like that. But all you feel is, I voted for you. You should do something for me. And there's no financial contribution, and you have never asked them what the agenda is for your community. So then you get nothing, and you get into situations like this, and then you figure out like, damn, I really ain't that important. Brittney Griner got humbled. Number one, if you did it, you can't break the laws. You're not above it, the law. 2, they can't come get you. 3, if you are guilty, why are you using the public support to get you home if you did it? If you knew what you were doing and you know it's Russia, why would you gas everybody up on your behalf when you made a mistake and you pled guilty? Why would you plead guilty if you're innocent? See, that's the thing what liberals want to do everything they want to do until you can't. See, life got consequences. Brittney Griner, unfortunately, has figured that out. But guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I really appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe with the bell. Check out the first comment pin to the top. And as you know, the buffoonery remains an all-time high. I'm out.